Excalibur, the Baum, Gwiz, Jamaicafunk.
But what's the cost? Human touch, almost lost. Sweat my heart, let's make the deal. In this game, let's keep it real. Like share, comment to the beat. Rhythm tackle with a stitch on the street. Head over screen, but where's the vibe? Touch to that LES so far on high. Dial my heart in this pixel world. Swipe right now, let the flags unfurl. Dance Philippines, we vibe with flair. Actually, let us go anywhere. Get them fixed with tell me true in this rush. Hit this heart, let's break the mold in this dear life. So let's go.
All the drips in me, 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 all the drips in me.
Get them flicks that work of me. You know it, yeah, that me. Get them flicks that I can see. Virtual touch and heart that beat.
As the rhythms run all night. Moves like no what real is like. Catch the storm through fire. You're all hearts and backs.
the Baum, Jamaicafunk.
Welcome back to Internet Tonight. I'm your host, Nichelle Turner. Today, we have two incredible rising stars in the music industry. Please welcome Excalibur. and DiDi, the Baum.
Thanks for having us. Nice to be here.
Let's dive right in. Callie, we just watched a premiere of your new debut single, Get Them Clicks. What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, I see it as a celebration of the digital age and how social media influences our lives. I wanted to create something fun and catchy that resonates with my generation. But Gene Williams, who co-wrote and produced the song, he sees it as a content creator's nightmare, about the obsession with going viral and getting clicks and views.
And DiDi, you're still making waves in the industry as well. How does it feel to be part of a new wave of female artists?
It's cool. I think we're in a moment where women are really pushing boundaries in hip-hop and pop. It's empowering to see so many of us supporting each other.
Kelly, you mentioned artists like Destiny's Child and the Notorious B.I.G. as inspirations. How have they shaped your music?
Both of them are iconic in their own right. Beat's performance style inspires me to bring energy to the stage, while Biggie's storytelling makes me focus on my lyrics and connecting with my audience.
DiDi, you've cited legends like Missy Elliott and Lauryn Hill as your influences. What do you admire most about them?
Yeah, their creativity and authenticity are unmatched. Missy is a visionary who always thinks outside the box, while Lauren's ability to blend rap with soulful melodies is something I strive for in my music.
Let's talk about your Get Them Clicks music video. What was the most memorable moment during filming?
I kept getting text messages on my phone while we was filming. Gwiz, the director, decided to keep that footage in the final cut. That was classic. I was trying to focus on the shot and your damn phone was just buzzing away, girl.
So DiDi, who was sending you all those messages? A new man in your life?
Nah, it was my mother. She was checking on me constantly, making sure I was okay and asking me if I needed snacks and stuff. Typical mom vibe, right? I love her, but it was so distracting. I'd be trying to focus on my dance moves and my phone would keep on buzzing with, "Did you eat your lunch?"
That's fantastic. It really brings a personal touch to the video.
Yeah, the director thought it was a funny element. It's like, hey, even hip-hop stars need their moms.
With the music industry being so competitive these days, what advice would you give to any aspiring artists out there?
Stay true to yourself, and don't be afraid to take risks. Authenticity shines through. Yeah, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Every artist has haters and faces challenges. It's how you rise from them that defines your journey.
Before we wrap up, what can fans expect from both of you in the new year?
More music, pushing boundaries. Expect some more exciting collaborations.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, there seems to be growing concern about the use of AI in today's music. What are your thoughts about it?
I don't have a problem with it. I'm also ready to drop some new beats and working on an upcoming tour. I can't wait for everyone to hear my new stuff.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you both for joining us today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe to Jamaicafunk.
Stay tuned for more exclusive interviews right here on the Jamaicafunk channel.
Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of up-and-coming musical artists you may or may not have heard of, Callie Burr and DiDi the Baum. And we're going to be doing this deep dive through the lens of a recent interview that they gave.
All right.
And I'm really excited to unpack this interview with you and just kind of see what makes these artists tick. You know, their inspirations, their creative process, what they've got coming up next. It's always fun to get a glimpse behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. And what's particularly interesting here is we're not just getting a sense of their music, but also how they're navigating this industry landscape, especially in the digital age.
Right. And speaking of the digital age, let's talk about the title of Callie's debut single, Get Them Clicks. What do you think about that as a title? Clever on the nose.
Too much. I don't think it's brilliant. I mean, it's a reflection of how integral online presence is for artists today. I mean, it's not just about the music anymore. It's about generating buzz, engagement, going viral. I mean, the title itself is almost like a built-in marketing strategy, you know?
It definitely makes you stop and think. You almost can't help but be curious about a song with a title like that.
Exactly. And it speaks to this larger trend we're seeing in music, where artists are very aware of this need to grab attention in a very crowded online space. And it seems like Callie and DiDi are playing with that idea, even making a commentary on it.
For sure. And that leads us to another interesting point that the interview brought up, which is both Callie and DiDi talk about the importance of female empowerment in music and supporting each other. Now, have you noticed this trend of female solidarity becoming more prominent?
Yeah, definitely. It's been building momentum. We've seen powerful women in music for decades, of course. But there's a palpable shift happening now. This generation of artists seems particularly focused on lifting each other up and celebrating their shared experiences.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's really inspiring for young listeners to see that kind of support and collaboration. Now, in the interview, Callie and DiDi also open up about their musical influences. Callie mentions Beyonce and Biggie as inspirations, while DiDi cites Missy Elliott and Lauryn Hill. What do you think about that mix?
I mean, that's a potent blend of talent. Each of those artists brought something groundbreaking to the music world. I mean, Beyonce with her incredible vocal prowess and powerful stage presence, Biggie with his raw lyricism and storytelling ability, and then you have Missy Elliott, who constantly pushes boundaries with her experimental sound and visuals, and Lauryn Hill, who brought this incredible fusion of rap and soul to the forefront. I mean, it's no wonder Callie and DiDi are making waves with influences like these.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how those influences might be shaping their own music, right? I mean, you can already hear hints of those iconic styles in their work.
Absolutely. It'll be fascinating to see how those influences evolve as they continue to develop their own unique voices. What stood out to you about their influences? Did they resonate with some of your own musical favorites?
Yeah, you know what I was struck by was it wasn't just that they admired these artists, but they talked about really studying their craft. It's like they've taken the time to understand what makes these icons tick. Not just superficially, but on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so cool about music in general, right? It's not just about the sounds. It's about the stories, the influences, the whole tapestry of experiences that come together. And, those influences really come to life in the music video for Get Them Clicks, which sounds visually amazing. They talked about filming on a rooftop and Clickopolis. Do you think that's a real place?
Clickopolis. It sounds like a fictional city they created.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a metaphor for this digital world we're talking about, which is clever because it gives them this whole other layer of visual storytelling to play with.
They also mentioned that Dia's mom was texting her nonstop during the shoot, and they actually left some of that footage in the final cut of the video.
That's hilarious. It's a great way to break down that wall between artist and audience. It's a reminder that even these rising stars are real people with families and everyday lives. And sometimes those lives bleed into their art in unexpected ways.
Yeah, it definitely makes them more relatable. And it's a reminder that life doesn't always stop for a music video shoot, no matter how glamorous it might seem. Now, what I found really inspiring was their advice for aspiring artists. They talked about the importance of staying true to yourself, taking risks, and not being afraid of setbacks. Does that resonate with any advice you might give someone starting out in any creative field?
Absolutely. In a world where it's easy to get caught up in trends and comparisons, it's crucial to stay grounded in your own unique voice and vision. And that takes courage, especially when you're first starting out.
Right. Taking risks can be scary, but it seems like those risks often lead to the most rewarding moments, both in art and in life.
It's all about stepping outside your comfort zone
Yeah.
and embracing the unknown. That's where the magic happens. And, they talked about setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and learning. I think that's a powerful mindset shift.
Yeah, it's so easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, but their perspective really emphasizes that it's all part of the process. Now, I wonder if you've ever had an experience like that yourself, where what seemed like a setback actually opened a door to something even better.
Many times. And I think that's one of the most valuable lessons we can learn, both in our creative endeavors and in life in general. Setbacks are inevitable, but how we choose to respond to them can make all the difference.
And I think that leads to another interesting point. We've been talking about Callie and Disa's influences, their creative process, some behind-the-scenes glimpses into their work. Do you think understanding all of that changes how you listen to their music?
For me, it absolutely does. When you know the stories behind the songs, the challenges they've faced, the inspirations they draw from, it adds a whole new layer of depth and meaning to the music. It's like you're not just hearing the notes, but you're connecting with the heart and soul that went into creating them. What about you? Does knowing more about an artist enhance your listening experience?
Oh, absolutely it does. Knowing the backstory, the influences, even those funny little anecdotes, it makes you hear the music in a whole new way. I find myself picking up on things I might have missed before, like maybe a lyrical reference or a subtle musical nod to one of their heroes.
Exactly. It becomes more than just entertainment. It's like you're part of a conversation with the artist. You understand their references, their motivations, the emotions they're trying to convey.
Right.
It's a richer experience overall.
It really is. And I'm also realizing, as we're talking, that it makes me more invested in their success. Like I'm rooting for them, not just because they make kitschy music,
Right.
but because I've gotten a glimpse into their journey, their work ethic, their personalities. It's inspiring to see them chase their dreams and overcome obstacles,
And that connection can make the music even more powerful. Like
Yeah.
when you watch a movie and you know it's based on a true story, suddenly the stakes feel higher, the emotions feel more real.
Yeah.
Same thing can happen with music when you understand the real-life experiences that have shaped it.
Yeah. That's such a great way to put it. So have you had a chance to actually listen to Callie and D's music yet?
I have, and I'm really impressed. Get Them Clicks is definitely an earworm, but it's also got substance. You can hear those influences we talked about. But they're blended in a way that feels fresh and unique. DiDi's flow is incredible, and Callie's vocals are powerful and soulful. They're definitely ones to watch.
I completely agree. They've got this energy and swagger that's infectious, and their lyrics are smart and thought-provoking. It's exciting to discover artists who are pushing boundaries and bringing something new to the table.
I think they represent a new wave of talent that's not afraid to experiment, to blend genres, and to speak their truth. And that's what keeps music evolving and exciting.
Well said. So for anyone listening who's curious about Callie Burr and DiDi Baum, we highly recommend checking them out. They're breaking stereotypes, making their mark on the music scene, and we have a feeling they're just getting started.
Definitely give them a listen and form your own opinions. You might just discover your new favorite artists.
And as you listen, maybe you'll think back to our conversation today and consider how understanding an artist's journey, their influences, their challenges, can enrich the way you experience their music. It's a whole new level of appreciation.
Absolutely.
Mm.
It's a reminder that behind every song, every performance, there's a story waiting to be discovered.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap up this deep dive into the world of Callie and DiDi. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the music playing.